Online students, is my voice is loud and clear? Online students. Okay, guys, let's start the session. So now in today's class, we are going to discuss the continuation of the Python. So Python for data science, we are continuing. That is Pandas. Now, in the previous class, I assume that some of you have attended the statistics for data science. How many of you have attended statistics for data science class? Raise your hand, please. Offline and online students. Yeah. So most of you have attended, right? So now, if you have not attended the Python for, statistics class, please go through the recording once. That recording is already available within the Naresh IT YouTube channel. Within the Naresh IT YouTube channel, already the recording was added. Okay. So if anyone has missed the video, please, if missed the class, please go through the recording once. Right now, so within the Naresh IT YouTube channel, we have already added that video. Please go to the recording. What recording? Statistics for data science. So what are the statistics for data science is there? That is not completed. We have to do multiple things and we'll continue. Okay, we'll continue in that. So before moving to the continuation part, please go to the recording once. What are the statistics for data science you are having? Please go through the recording once. Right, guys? So it is available in the Naresh IT YouTube channel. Now, so first let us complete the pandas. After completing the pandas, we'll move on to the statistics. That is the order of learning. In between, we can't jump into the statistics. So first, let me complete the pandas. So in the last class, we have completed the Pandas series. Okay. Now, so we are having the one-dimensional data with an array. Similarly, one-dimensional data with the series. Now, within the series or here, okay, let's see the difference. And from there, we'll start with the pandas one by one. The basics of pandas to advance of pandas, right? Now, so here, if you go with the 1D, first let us start with the 1D. So within the 1D, we are having the 1D array. And second one, we are having the series. 1D array is the part of NumPy. And series is the part of pandas. Basically, both are 1D. And here the data was stored one value after one value within the array like this. Automatically for loop is applied. Here also the data was stored one value after one value in the column wise and automatically for loop is applied. If you write A is equal to array of 10, 11, 12 and if you take A plus 10, for every value 10 will be added. If you take the series also 10, 11, 12, S is equal to 10, 11, 12 and if you add S plus 10, for every value 10 will be added and you are going to get the output as 20, 21, 22 in the column wise. Now, so here for loop is applied on the each and every value automatically for each and every value, whether it is array, whether it is series. Now, here the array, what are the array we are having? This 1D array we are going to create by using the list. A list is converted to array. And within the list, what are the list you are having? In this, everything should be of only fundamental data types. None of the advanced data types should be used. Only the fundamental data types has to be used. And what are the list is there? That list can be converted to array. Now coming to the series. In the series, we can convert using a list, we can convert to series. Using the 1D array, what are the 1D arrays available? 1D array also we can convert to series. And also a dictionary can be converted to series. So total 3 options are there to create the series. Okay, list can be converted, 1D array can be converted, and dictionary also can be converted. Now here when you are working with the 1D, better to go with the arrays. When you are going to work with the 2D, we'll choose the pandas basically, majorly. And here the series is column wise. The values are stored column wise. Here the values are stored row wise. Here the values are stored column wise. Right? Now, so in the NumPy 1D, if you open the 1D NumPy nodes, your 1D array of NumPy, what are the 1D array is there? If you open your 1D array nodes, you are having first one is called as how to create. Okay. After that, we have discussed how to extract, followed by how to modify. That is add, replace, and delete. Right? And from there, we have also discussed the dot copy and sort. Copy means by default, it will create the dot copy is there means shallow copy. Without using the dot copy, if you're writing like this means deep copy. Okay. Otherwise, shallow copy. When you are using only the dot copy only, shallow copy will be created. Otherwise, shallow copy cannot be created. Right? Next, we have discussed the sort. So sort means it is going to sort the values in the ascending order. Even in the 2D also, we have done the same. Now here also, we are going to do the same. First, we are going to understand NumPy array. After that, creating, extracting, modifying, followed by how to copy, how to do the sorting. What are the NumPy array you have done? 1D array. Keep the notes of that. In that, what are the things you have done? First one is create. How you have created means, one, by using a list conversion to array. Second one, some functions are there. What are the functions means? Arrange function. Okay. Next, we are having in terms of zeros function, ones function, right? Or in terms of next one is randint function. Like this, some of the functions which you are having, and that functions you have by using, we have created 1D arrays. Now, after that, we know how to extract. In extraction also, we have used a single index number, slicing, list of multiple index numbers, condition. 4 different types of extraction we have done. Next, modification. We know how to replace a single value, how to replace multiple values. Similarly, how to add a single value, how to add the multiple values. Similarly, how to delete a single value, how to delete the multiple values. And next one is copy followed by sort. These are the things which we have done in the NumPy 1D. Same we are going to do in the pandas. Within the pandas 1D series, in the today's class, we are going to complete the pandas 1D series. And in tomorrow's class, we'll complete the 2D. Right? Now, so pandas 1D series, what are we are having? So 1D series of pandas. First, we are going to create, extract, modify, copy, sort. Same. We are going to do in the series also. Let us do one by one. If required, open the NumPy array nodes, not now, after the class. In the NumPy array, what are the things we have done? Syntax might be different. I want the concept. In the NumPy array, we have extracted a single value. Here, how to extract the single value. Syntax may be same, may be different, but how to extract, right? Now, first one is, what are the things we are going to cover means, one, how to create series, how to do the extraction, selecting the data, that is called as extraction, how to do the manipulation, and after that, operations, like arithmetic operations, comparison operations, and logical operations. Like this, we have done some operations in the 1D. Same logic we are going to apply here also, one by one. Now, Pandas series is a one-dimensional array holding of any data type. Now, if you open here 1, 4.5 true SRK, can you convert this one to array? Is that possible? Yes, it is possible because all four of them are fundamental data types. You are going to convert to array, but everything will be converted to string automatically because one string is available. Also, everything will be converted to string. Now, same, for example, if you are having here a list of 1, 2, can you convert to array now? No. One advanced data type is there also, we cannot convert. Only the fundamental data types, individual values only we can convert to array. At least one advanced data type is there also, we can't convert to 1D array. Now coming to the series also same as it is. Only difference is here the values are stored in the row wise, here the values are stored in the column wise. Is the point is clear? Now when you are writing the same four values, numpy.array, it is converting as an array. pd.series, it is converting as a series. Next, after converting to series, now what are the list is there? The list you are having 1, 2. Can you convert to series means? Here it is possible. In the numpy array it is not possible, but in the Pandas series it is possible. Even the advanced data types which you are having, that one also can be converted. Okay, in the series. Okay, and set. I am taking the set of like this. Right? What are the data type you are having in a list? That every value can be stored in the series. Point is clear? Now, next we can create the series using a array. What is this? A is equal to np.array of 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this? Now, what is the A value? A value consists of array of 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the array. Now I am converting this one to series. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is going to convert to series like this. Now, when you are trying to convert a list to a series, or when you are trying to convert an array to a series, by default, it is going to show you the index names. Here you can see 0, 1, 2, 3. What is these four? These four are called as row names. Row name, or which is also called as index name. Sir, they are index number? No, sir. No. Index numbers never will be visible. Only row names only will be visible. Numbers will not be visible. Now, sir, I want to change the names. I want to give a new names. Then you have to write here index is equal to. You want to change index names na? Index is equal to, and write the new name. For the first one, I want to give the A. For the second one, B. For the third one, I want to give C. For the fourth one, I want to give the D. Now, what is the names it is going to take? A, B, C, D is the names. Values are values only. Names are A, B, C, D. Sir, if you don't give anything, by default, it is going to take 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, what is the backend code, sir? Very simple. Index is equal to, by default, it is going to take list of, range of, length of, whatever the original L is there, it is going to select that one. And that is the reason it is taking the length of 4. Here 4 items are there, na? Length of 4. Length is 4. What is range of 4? 0, 1, 2, 3. So that is the reason it is taking 0, 1, 2, 3. This is by default. If you don't write anything, by default, it will take this one. This is called as default argument. If you click on the shift tab, can you see here? What is the default argument? Default argument, it is going to take as the index is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 up to the n value. Index will be considered as like this. That is the default argument. Now, if you want to change the default argument to your argument, then you have to write index is equal to list of A, comma, B, comma, C, comma, and D. Okay. Now, here it is throwing the error. What is this error means? L dot index. It is not L dot L, comma. That is one argument. This is one argument. This is values. and this is the argument name index. Is the point is clear? Next, here also you are trying to convert. Now what is this? What is this, index numbers or index names? It is index names. Index names are also called as row names. Right? Now, when you try to convert a dictionary, when you are trying to convert a dictionary to series, automatically the dictionary keys are there. Na? What are the keys there? It will be considered as index name. Key name will be considered automatically as the index name. S10, R20, U30. So when you are trying to convert a list or a array to a series, the index names are 0, 1, 2, 3. When you are trying to convert a dictionary to a series, the index names are key names. In this both the cases, value only will be stored. In the column, only the values will be stored. Point is clear, guys? Now, so this is the series. Okay. Next, similarly, we are having the data frame. Series and along with the data frame. Now, so once you have created the series, next, okay, let us take like this. This is your series. S is equal to. Everyone is clear with the series creation part? So series can be created from the list, from the array, from the dictionary. So pd dot series. So in this, either you have to provide list, it will be converted. Either you have to provide the array, it will be converted. Either you have to provide the dictionary. Out of these three, which are the argument you provide, it will convert to series. Okay. Now, coming to the next one, within the series, how to extract. How to extract the data within the series. Next heading, extracting data. Extracting data from series. Extracting data from series. Creating the series is completed. Now let us see the extracting the data from the series. Now how we are going to extract? For example, this is a series. Now within the series, in the array, how we are extracting a single value? How to extract a single value in the array means we are going to write S of index number. Now here also you can write the S of index number, or you can write even in terms of key name. Now here I am writing in terms of key name. What is the key name is S of S. Okay. And I'm going to get the output like this. Now, if you want to go with the indexing using the index numbers, then in that case, we have to use the iloc. Already I told you what is iloc. Iloc means index location. So using the index location, you have to extract the data, right? Now, so here we are going to work by extracting the data by using the key name. Sir, how it is working like this, sir? Why it is working in this way? Because it is working based on the dictionary. In the last class, last Friday class, by end of the last minute, I told everyone to go through once dictionary. Before coming to the today's class, I asked you to go through the dictionary. Have you gone through? Okay. In the dictionary, how to extract a single value? In the S bracket key name. Now, how to replace a single value? S. What are the key name? Variable name, key name. Right side, you have to write the value. How to add a new value? For example, this is the series. I want to add a new value. In the dictionary, how to add? Just you are going to write the new key name. What are the key name? Along with the right side, you are going to write the value. So I'm writing the value as 40. So automatically it will be created. And now if I ask yes, now I want to replace the 20 with 200. What I have to do? S of R is equal to 200. And you can print the S value. and it will be replaced with the 200. So what are the logic is applicable within the dictionary, the same logic will be applied here. Right? Now, coming to the next one. Pandas data frame. Now, what is the difference between the series versus data frame? Series is a one-dimensional. Okay. What are the one-dimensional you are having? S dot end in. What is end in? It is going to give the dimension. What is the dimension? 1. Now, S dot shape. What is the shape of this? It is going to give the 3 comma. Total 3 items are there. So you are going to get the 3 comma. So 4 items are there means 4. 3 items are there means 3. How many items are there inside that? That many items. Right? Sir, earlier you got the 4 commas. No, sir. Earlier already I have executed in front of you. S of k is equal to 40. Na? That is the reason it has added the 4th item. After 4th item, 4 values are there. But now here, this is my S. Now in this, how many items are there means? Only 3 items are there. So it is going to give the 3 comma. Okay, because it is a series of 1D. Right? Now coming to the data frame. What is data frame means? It is 2D. Basically it is a 2D. Data frame is a 2D. Now what is 2D? 2D means where you are having the rows and columns. Both rows and columns. So here I am having the earlier, if you observe pd.series, I am converting a dictionary to series. What happens? When you convert a dictionary to series, keys will be considered as row name, column 1, column 2. Value will be stored as value only. There is no difference in the value. Keys will be converted as row names, and you are going to get the output like this. When you convert the same example, instead of writing the series, when you take the data frame, what happens means the keys will not be converted as row names. Keys will be converted as column names. What is the difference between series and columns means? Very simple logic. One more time. What is the difference means? Series, array, data frame. 3 things are there. Array means the values are stored in the row wise. Series means the values are stored in the column wise. Now data frame means it is a combination of multiple series. Series plus series plus series plus series. Now what is the in the 2D array? 1D array, 2D array. When you are having the data of 1D array, the values in the row wise. Now when the 2D array, you are going to fill the values first row wise or column wise. After completing the first row, second row. After completing second row, third row. Like that only, right? So first you are going to write the first row, followed by second row, followed by third row of values. Do you remember the 2D array? When you are trying to convert a nested list to a 2D array, what happens means one list will be considered as one row. Second list will be considered as second row. Third list will be considered as third row. Like this. Now, here it is taking the row wise. Why it is taking the row wise? Because it is an array. Now, when you are coming to the series, it is column. Now the data frame, whatever you are having, it is going to store the data in the column wise. One by one by one. One after one column. It is a combination of rows. First row plus second row plus third row. It is a combination of first column plus second column plus third column. Only difference is that. So here, when you are taking the series, automatically the column, what are the keys are there? Now keys are converted as row names. Now when you are converting this one to Pandas data frame, automatically the key names, what are the key names are there? It will be converted as column names. What are the key name? Any key name as per your choice. Now values also stored in the column wise. 1, 2, 3, 4. and you are going to get the output like this. Point is clear? Everyone? Yes or no? Now, next, let us go with this one. You are having here list of nested list. You are having here nested list. Now, when you are converting a nested list to array, now what is the output? What is the output? 1, 2, 3, first row. Second row is 4, 5, 6. This is the output, right? If you want, I will print the A. Print A. First list was taken as first row. Second list was taken as second row. Now the same example, copy paste. I am using here pd.DataFrame. Now can you see where you are having the rows and columns like this? What is this 0, 1, 2 indicates? Column names. What is this 0 and 1 indicates? Row names. Now if you want to give a different row name, what you have to write means index is equal to. Now how many rows are there? 2 rows. I'm going to give A comma B like this. Now what is the row names? AB. Now I want to change the column names. Column names if you want to give means you have to write the columns is equal to. And you can write the columns is equal to. I'm writing the column names as first column name is X, second column name is Y, and third column name is Z. Row names you are using the index, column names you are using the columns. Point is clear? Now my requirement is this one, guys. Observe here clearly. My requirement is X column, Y column, Z column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want the like this output. This is my requirement. This is my requirement. First you write the requirement in the notes. 1, 2, 3, Y is 4, 5, 6, Z is 7, 8, 9. Right? To create this requirement, 2 options are there. Using the list, using the dictionary. This same thing to be created, 2 options are there. Using the list, using a dictionary. How to convert a list to data frame? How to convert a dictionary to data frame? Observe this one clearly. I am writing list is equal to, inside the list, I am taking the first row. What is the first row values? 1, 4, 7. 1, 4, 7. This is the first row. After that, I am going to take the second row. 2, 5, 8. After that, I am taking the third row. 3, 6, 9. What I have taken? Row wise. The data in the row wise. Next, I am converting this one to pd.DataFrame. And this one, what are the list is there? The nested list I am converting as a data frame. First row will, this one, first list will be considered as first row. Second list will be considered as second row. Third list will be considered as third row. And I'm going to give the column names. What are the column names is equal to? First column name is X column. Second column name is Z column. Third column name is this one, Y and Z. This is the way of creating. from the list. Then finally you'll get the output like this. Now, using the dictionary you want to create. From the dictionary you want to create. In that case, what you have to use means key. What is the key means? Column name. What is the column name? X. In this column, what are the values are there? 1, 2, 3. You have to write 1, 2, 3. You should not write 147. 147 is row. In the dictionary column, you have to write comma Y. What you have to write? 258 or 456? 456. Second column. Column wise, you have to write. Next, Z. What is Z? 7, 8, 9. Now, when you convert this one to data frame, what happens? A dictionary, when you are trying to convert as a data frame, now this one will be considered as column name automatically. This will be stored in the column wise. Values will be stored in the column wise. And you are going to get the output like this. Especially, are you going to write the column names? No, already you are writing column names here itself now. Here you have not written the column names, only the values you have written. So you are writing the column names internally. But here itself, you are having the column names. So you no need to write comma columns. That word you no need to write. These are the two ways. Now it is clear, everyone? Everyone is clear? Now earlier, whoever the student has told that not clear, now it is clear. Yeah. Rohit, Swapna, everyone. Right? Now let us give a check. Same thing, let us try here. Now observe this one. I am writing here L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I convert this one, list, it is a series, it is a data frame. It is a 1D. So 1D, how you can convert? To series. So this will be converted to series because it is a normal list. So when you are taking a normal list, you are going to get like this. Point is clear? Now you are having the nested list. In that, first row is 147, second row is 258, third row is 369. Now when you convert this one to array, what happens? When you convert this one to array, you are going to get 1, 2, 3, second column 4, 5, 6, third column 7, 8, 9. Now, what are the things you have given? How it is storing that one? In the row wise. Same, if you take here array, A is equal to, and if you print A, how it is storing in the row wise? Same way, your list when you try to convert to data frame also, each one will be considered as each row only. There will be no difference. When you are trying to convert a list to data frame or list to array, you will get the same answer. Here, how you are having the first row 147, first row 147, second row 258, second row 258, 369, 369. Here we are not calling them as rows and columns, but here officially we are calling them as rows and columns clearly. And the row names are there, column names are also there. If you want to add the column names, I am adding the column names like this. Column names is equal to X, comma, Y, comma, Z. Is the point is clear? Everyone? Now, when you are trying to convert a dictionary, here itself you have to give the column name, and in that column, what are the values you want? In the first column, what values you want? In the second column, what values you want? In the third column, what values you want? right? Now you are going to provide in this way. This is a dictionary. When you convert a dictionary to as a data frame, observe this. Here I am converting the list data frame, list dictionary. In this case, what I have converted? In this case, what I am converting? In this case, I am converting the list. So first list will be considered as first row. In this case, I am converting a dictionary to data frame. So first list will be considered as first column. Second list will be considered as second column. Third list will be considered as third column. And you are going to get the output like this. Is the both are same? Sir, how both are same, sir? Column names are different, no, sir. Add the column names. Sir, why to add the column names, sir? Here you have given X, Y, Z clearly. Where you have written in the list X, Y, Z? Somewhere you have to write X, Y, Z now. Otherwise, how the Python knows it is X, Y, Z? So you are writing here X, Y, and Z. Now both are same. What is the difference between this one and this one means? Here the list was taken as row. List was taken as row. Here the list was taken as column. Now it is clear. When you are trying to convert a list to dictionary, list to data frame, and when you are trying to convert a dictionary to data frame, this is the one. Point is clear, guys. Everyone, yes or no? Now, next, sir, this is fine. So like this, you can convert a 2D array also to a data frame. 2D array and list both are same. Okay, first you have to convert this one to 2D array. A is equal to np dot array of L. Now this is a 2D array. Now what are the A is there? That A you give as a here, and this one you write as a df, data frame, and you print the df. Answer is same. A 2D, what are the list is there? First you convert to array, array to data frame. Sir, why to unnecessarily convert, sir? Directly we can take the data. And if you are having the array data, that one also can be converted. If you are having the list data also, it can also can be converted. Is the points are clear, guys? Data frame is clear. Rows and columns, and whatever it is visible. What is these three are called as? Column names. What is these three are called as? Row names. Now, if you want to change the column name X in the which data frame was created using the dictionary, this one you want to change the instead of X to I. Which one the data frame was created from the list, you want to change the column name X to I. In this case, what you are going to do is, you will write here I. So automatically the first column will be considered as I. Here you have to replace the key name as I. Point is clear? Sir, can't we write here, for example, if you keep the X as it is only, here I will write the columns is equal to, I will write here I, next one is Y, next one is Z. Then it is going to say that I is not having anything. In the entered dictionary, any I is there? No. So that values are not entered here. Sir, this is not my meaning, sir. I want to replace the X with I. Then go and replace X with I like this. That is simple now. Why to do all these things? Okay. If dictionary, using the dictionary you have converted to data frame is do like this. Using a list you have converted means do like this. Now, next option is directly you are going to load the data itself. Okay. This is creation part. But in the reality, more will have this one. We are directly loading the data. Whichever the data is available, we are going to load the data. Okay. First one is called as creation. Second one is called as loading. How to load the data? What is data? Data which is in the table. Every data whichever is in the table, it is called as 2D. The data which you are having only one column, it is called as 1D. If the data has only one row, it is called as 1D array. One row is there means 1D array. So two rows are there means automatically two rows are there means automatically it is called as 2D. More than one row. If you are having only a single row in the entire data, if you have one single row, one row is called as 1D array. More than one row, when you are having a data with more than one row, it is called as 2D array. How many rows are not a problem? Even 100 rows also it is 2D array only. More than one row anything, it is called as 2D array. If you are having only one column, multiple values, it is called as series, 1D series. One column of values is called as series. More than one column of values is called as data frame. If you are having the multiple columns of values, it is called as data frame. Okay. Now, so we are having the tabular data. Now some table is there here. What are the table we are having is this one. This is the table. So generally the data will be stored in the Excel or CSV. What is the difference? We'll understand one by one clearly. Now here I'm going to create some data. Okay, that data is here. The column name is called as age of the person, 22, 34, 50 and 40. Now here one more column I'm having called as marks. Okay, 35, 36, 90, 50, 98, 56. Okay, and here you are having one more column called as gender. Male, female, male, male, female. And I'm going to click on the save. And this is the name, some file name. What are the file name is there? This file name I'm going to give as example is the file name. Now I'm going to load the data. So to load this data, first we have to understand what is the type of the file. So click on the properties. You can see here what is the extension .xls. It is a Excel file. Basically it is a Excel file. So to read the Excel files, we are having in the pandas read underscore Excel. Read underscore Excel. Now in this you have to load the data. To load the data, we are having two options. Option number one. Okay, you have to use the inverted commas, and inside the inverted commas, you have to write the path plus file name. What are the path plus file name along with the extension? Path plus file name with extension. That is option number one to load. So here I'm writing the path. What is the path? How to get the path means just click on the properties. Here you will get the location where it is located, the file location. Copy this. This is called as path. Okay, after the path, what you have to write? File name. So to add the file name, hash. After that, you write the file name. That is example. That is the file name. After that, what you have to write? Extension. Write the extension. Path, file name with extension. Okay, and in the before to the inverted commas, keep the R. R means read the file. It will load the file. Okay, either you can write here R, or second option is if you don't want to write the R, in that case you have to use the double backslash. In that case also, it is going to load the same file. Either R or double backslash. Third option is instead of 2 backslashes, 1 forward slash. Either 2 backward or 1 forward. In this case also, it will load the file. Okay. So you can use double backslash, or you can use forward slash, or you can use 1 backward slash with the R. Right? Which one you feel easy, that is the best choice. Sir, I feel this one is easy, means go with this. If you feel this one is easy, means go with this. For me, which one is easy means, then all these things, for me easy one is, from my perspective, read underscore Excel. After reading this one, I will write only the file name along with the extension. I will not even write the path. This is easy for me. R is not there, backslash is not there, forward slash is not there, nothing is there. Only file name. Then this is only better now, sir, for us also. But here you have to get, okay, you have to get this one, means the condition is what are the file is there, right? This file, it should be in the working directory. That is the condition. Okay. So what is my working directory means? So how to check my working directory? PWD. What is my working directory? Within the D drive, data science. Okay. D drive data science. In that course, in that Python for data science. This is my working directory, which I am working the 2.1 pandas. This is the file name. So wherever my working directory is there, wherever my Jupyter notebook is located, there only I am going to copy this file also. Control X and Control V. Now my Jupyter notebook, this is my Jupyter notebook, and this is the file which I want to load. Both are in the same folder. Wherever my Jupyter notebook is located, there only I am bringing the file also. Now both are in the same folder. When both are in the same folder, in that case, you don't need to write the path also. You don't need to write the path. You don't need to write the forward or backward slash, or you don't need to write R or anything. Simply it will load the data. This is my choice. So total I have shown you 4 options. When you are using the backward slash R, when you are using the 2 backward slashes, or you can use 1 backward slash, or you can nothing, you don't need to use. Simply write the file name along with the extension. 4 options I have shown you. Which one you feel easy, that is the best one, because 4 options are giving the same output. Is there anything change in the output? Point is clear? Whichever you feel easy, that is the best choice. And as I've told you, my choice is this. Always, I'll keep all the project related files. What are the project related information is there? Everything I'll store in the single folder. The entire project related information, whether it is dataset, whether it is Jupyter notebook file, whether it is images, whether PPTs, whether something additional files are there, all the files I'll keep in a single folder related to project. I will keep all of them in the working directory only. One thing in one folder, one thing in another folder, one thing in another folder, nothing. Once I have copied the folder, means about that particular project, everything will be available in that only. In my working directory only, everything will be available. So in that case, I'll go with this. Now, second option you are having. So here, what are the file you are having? This is the Excel file. Everyone knows it is Excel file. Now I'm going to click on the save as. Instead of clicking the save, I'm going to click on the save as, and I'm going to store in the PC. Okay, where I'm going to store means on the desktop. How I'm going to store? Observe this one. Instead of Excel, I'm going to store as a comma separated value, CSV. and I'm going to click on this and click on the save. Now, can you see here CSV file? This is called as CSV file. Now, if you double click on this, sir, it is Excel file only now, sir. You are saying CSV, it is Excel. So now what is the difference between the CSV file and Excel file? Let us see. What is the difference? Okay, let's see what is the difference between both of them. Now, this is example. This is also one of the example. Now, if I right click on this and click on the properties, what is this file name? Microsoft Excel worksheet, and which is the extension of .xlxx. Now I'm going to click on the right click on this, click on the properties. Now what is this one? Microsoft Excel, comma separated values. It is the Excel worksheet. It is the Excel, comma separated values. What is the extension of this one? Means .xlxx, and what is the extension of this one? Means .csv. Now what is the advantage, sir? Okay, the names are like this. Okay, what is the internal content? Now here observe how much amount of data, how much amount of space it has used in my hard disk to store this file. It is using almost 12 KB size on the disk. Disk means in my hard disk. How much amount of hard disk space it is using means 12 KB. Now how much amount of file it is using in my hard disk means, so it is using comparatively less space. Sir, why? What is the reason behind that? Simple reason. Here, what are the comma separated values? In the back end of this one, what happens means, whenever you store as CSV, it will store like this. Inside the back end, it will create the like this. Okay, where first row will be stored as age, comma, marks, comma, gender. How the second row will be stored? 22, comma, 34, comma, male. Third one, 34, comma, 26, comma, female. Next row, 60, comma, 90, comma, m. Like this, one row will be stored by comma separated values. Every value is comma separated. Now this much of additional space here is there now. This entire space will not be stored, and between these two, this tab space will be there. That space also will not be stored. So much of the space is going to be saved. It is just storing the only the values. Just it is trying to store only the values. Sir, how you can know in that case how it is getting stored? Very simple. Right click on this and click on the open with, click with the notepad. How the values are stored? Is the point is clear? So since the values are stored comma separated, very less number of values, so less amount of space is required. So same logic apply on this Excel sheet, sir. Excel sheet, click on the open with, click on the notepad. It will throw the like this. This is not possible. CSV file only we can see like that, not Excel file. CSV file, the values are stored in the comma separated. So only the values are visible to us. In the backend, it is going to store the data in this way. So that is the reason it will be stored in the less space. Sir, now advantages with the CSV only now. Then what is the use of Excel now? So in the Excel, we are going to do the operations, storing everything. Once everything was completed in the Excel, finally while saving, save as CSV file. Do everything in the Excel only. After doing everything, after final completing everything, just save as CSV. If that entire here you are having only the data, nothing else is there, only the values are there, data only is there, then save as CSV. Sir, you are having the plots. For example, here I am going to create one plot like this. Okay, let's create one plot. I want to add the something like this. What are the plots are there? And I want to do something additional. So when I'm doing some additional plots, so I'm going to add something like this. See, this is and here I'm going to select in terms of what are the data is there. This is the data, and I'm going to create the bar chart. Assume inside the Excel I'm creating the bar chart. Now I want to store the bar chart, so I'm selecting the data. It is asking to select, and I'm going to give the data as like this. This is the data, and I'm going to click on this, and based on the data it is going to create the bar chart. So whatever I want in the rows and what I want to have in the columns. So on the x-axis, I'm going to take this one. On the y-axis, I'm going to take the counts. So now if any bar chart is available, now you want to save. Are you going to save as CSV file? In your Excel sheet, bar chart is there. In your Excel sheet, something additional is there other than values. In that case, we cannot save as the CSV file. Only values are there. Table only is available. Nothing else is there. Now you can save it as CSV file. Now CSV file will save the space. Is the point is clear? Now how to load this CSV file? Very simple. pd.read underscore CSV. That is the function. To load the Excel, we are having read underscore Excel. To load the CSV file, read underscore CSV. And we are going to load the CSV file. How? What are the options? Same options. What are the options we are having for the Excel? Same options. Now, for example, I want to load only the file. I want to write only the file name. I don't want to write extension, or I don't want to write path or backslash, nothing. I want only this one along with the extension. File name along with the extension. Now it has to work, means what we have to do? What is the condition? This file should be in the working directory. Otherwise, it will throw the error. File not found error. So now what I'm going to do is, what are the CSV file I have created? I'm keeping this one in my working directory. Wherever my working directory is there. So within the working directory, here I'm pasting that one. Now after pasting here, now if I open here and if I click on this, points are clear? Everyone? Right? Sir, for example, if you are having on the desktop, then in that case, what do we have to do? Write the path. Same thing. Copy the path. After the path, / file name along with the extension. In order to work this one, what we have to write in the starting? R. Single backslash means R. Either double backslash or one forward slash. Then R is not required. Otherwise, R. Then also you'll get the same answer. Point is clear? Choice is yours. Which are the option you feel easy, go with that. As I've told you now, my choice is always this. I'll always keep the file in the working directory, and simply I will write only the file name along with the extension. If you have to load the CSV file, you have to write pd.read underscore CSV, extension is .csv. If you have to load the Excel file, you have to write the read underscore Excel .xlx. Is that clear, everyone? Done? How to create the series is clear. How to create the data frame is clear. How to load the data also is clear. From the data point of view, everything is completed. Now what is the second step? Extract. Now let's play with the game of extract. Now for extracting the data, I require something. So this is the example I'm going to store. The name I'm going as df. I'm now storing. Earlier I have not stored. I have just loaded. I'm printing that one. Now I'm going to store in the df. Some data I'm going to store in the df. Now let's play the extracting. Now how to extract? How to extract? In terms of, already you know how to extract a single value. How to extract a single value? For example, I want the 90. What is the column index number? What is the row index number? I want 90. What is the row index number? What is the row index number? 2. What is the column index number? 1. What I have to write here? 2 comma 1. Then what is the output? Right? Sir, what is this logic, sir? Array only, na? 2D array. If it is a 2D array, what you will do? Same thing, right? Right? Now, next, df.iloc. Now, I want with this row, 0th row, second row, 4th row. Columns are all the columns. What are the rows? 0, 2, 4 rows. What are the columns? All columns. This is my requirement. Then what I have to write? First in between comma, before to comma, what I have to write? 0 to everything. 0 to everything with a, what is the step? 2. That is rows. Rows are completed. What about the columns? Columns, everything I want means simply you have to give the one column. Then you are going to get the 0, 2 and 4. Now my requirement is 0, 1, 4. All columns but 0, 1, 4. Now what is the thing? This is my requirement. Now what is the answer? Can you apply the slicing operation? No, because there is no pattern. Now what you have to do? List of 1 comma, 0 comma 1 comma 4. These are the row index numbers. What about the column index numbers? All the columns. So you are going to get all the columns. Point is clear, everyone? So the same thing. What we have done in the NumPy 2D array, same thing as it is. Whoever has practiced on the NumPy 2D array, it would be same. If you have forgot how to extract the data in the 2D array, again it is new for you. Again freshly you have to write commonly. If you have already practiced in the 2D array how to extract the data, now in this class no need to write anything. Just you have to add the, instead of array name, we have to write the data frame name along with the iloc. When you are working with the array, you have to write only the array name. No need to write the iloc. But in here, we have to use the iloc. Now, next, my requirement is, I want the 0, 1 rows. These are the rows. Columns are gender column. That is last column. Only that is my requirement. What is the answer? Within the iloc, bracket, comma. Before to comma, what you have to write? After the comma, what you have to write? Before to comma is row index numbers. What are the row index numbers I want? 0, comma 1. And what is the column index numbers? All the columns are? No, gender. What is the gender index number? 2. It is not 3, it is 2. Index number I have to write 0, 1, 2. So index number is 2. And you are going to get the output as male and female. Only 2 values, right? Is the point is clear? Now I want the 0, 1, 4 rows. These are the rows. And columns are 0 and 1. These are the columns. Then what is the code? df.iloc center comma 0 comma 1 4 0 1 4 as the rows. Columns are 0 and 1. Is the points are clear? Which rows you want? Which columns you want? Right? Now, so like this, we are going to select. Now, next important point here is, if you want by default all the columns, if your required is all columns, in that case, shortcut is available without using the iloc. If your requirement is only rows with all the columns, okay, you are going to select only the rows, selected rows with all columns, only you are selecting the rows, but you should not select the columns. By default, it has to take all the columns only. In that case, shortcut is available. What is the shortcut is? What are the rows you want? Write that row numbers. For example, I want 0, 1, 4. I'm going to write like this. 0, 1, 4. Just like this. Dot .iloc. So no need to use the comma, colon also. Comma, colon, you no need to use. Automatically will take all the columns. If you want to go with the selected rows with all the columns, in that case, in the bracket before to after the comma, you will keep generally for all the columns this one. This is not required. Only this part is also sufficient. Without writing this one also, it will work. If you are writing only this one, without writing this one, automatically it will be selected with the rows. Is the point is clear? Now, sir, I want all the rows I want with selected columns. All rows with selected columns. For that, two shortcuts are available. All rows with the selected column. Column is one column or multiple columns. Column is one, only single column. For these options, for example, this is your data frame. Okay, this is your data frame. Right now, yeah, as one of the student is asking question, what is the question is, sir, we same operation if we have the large data set like 25 to 30 columns. Zubair is asking the question, 30 columns are there. In that case, how we are going to do? In that case, first you have to take the df.info. Here you will get the, for each column, what is the index number? For each column, what are the index number you are having? So I'll explain the multiple options, guys. Don't worry. Jubair, we'll discuss that one also. Just give me another 2 minutes. Still multiple options are available. Selection is not completed. Still multiple options are available. Right? Now, I want age column only. Single column. What column? Age column. Okay. I want only the age column without selecting the rows. Means all the rows are selected. All rows. What is the column name? Age. For this multiple options, I'm going to show you. Option number 1, df.iloc, all the rows. All the rows means column. Column, what column you want? Age column. Age column is 0. Then what it is going to do means age column will be selected. 22, 34, 60, 50 and 40. Is the point is clear? This is option number 1. What is your requirement? All rows with the selected column. This is your requirement. You have to write the which index number you want to select, that one. Second option is df.loc. df.loc without using the iloc. Loc. Inside that loc, you are going to write all the rows like this, same, colon, comma. There is no difference. Instead of writing the index number, you have to write the column name. What is the difference between iloc versus loc means? iloc will work on the index numbers, loc will work on the names. Whether it is row names, whether it is column names. Names. So here I am writing the name. What is the column name I want to extract? Age column. So what is the column name is age. So this is the output. Same answer. This is second option. Third option, simply write df of age column. No need to write iloc, don't need to write loc, simply write the column name. This is third option, option number 3, where you will get the same output. These all the options will work when you want the all the rows, single column with all the rows. Here you can't select the again rows, your choice rows you can't select. All the rows are selected automatically. All rows. Next option you are having called as df of age directly, and next option you are having the double bracket of age. What is the difference between this bracket versus this double bracket? Why we have to add one more bracket internally means this is series. The output whatever you have got is series, which is 1D. The output what you have got here is data frame. This is not the series, it is a data frame which is 2D. Sir, how to know? Very simple. Just whatever you are selecting, ask the type of that type. Write the type of this. What is the type of this one means? What is the type? Series. Series automatically it is 1D only, right? Now just ask this one. What is the type of this one? Where you are having the double bracket. What is the type? Pandas data frame. Point is clear? So like this, you are going to select the single column with all the rows. Now, next heading is all rows with multiple columns. Heading is all rows with multiple columns. Instead of single column, multiple columns. So just one more time, I'm writing left side and right side. All rows with single column. All rows with multiple columns. Multiple selected columns. Sir, all rows and all columns means data frame, df. Simply print df. Automatically it includes the all rows, all columns. Now, here in my df, this is all rows, all columns. All rows are there, all columns are there. Now, all rows with the selected columns. First decide what columns you want. First decide in this what columns you want. I want the age and gender. Here my requirement is only age with single column. Here my requirement is age along with the gender. Okay. Now, first let us see the options. What are the options? What are the options I've told you? If you want this one, first is, what is the first option? df.iloc. Here all the rows you have to take colon. Index number of age. What is the index number of age? 0. Now here what you have to do? df.iloc. All the rows. Now what are the columns you want? Age along with the gender. 2 columns now. So 2 columns means list. Single means single number. Multiple means list of numbers. Point is clear? Here only one column name is there, right? That column index number is 0. Here 2 columns are there, right? 2 columns index numbers as 0, 2. But 2 columns we have to provide in the list. Whenever you are having more than single number, automatically list. What is the second option here? You have written in the notes. Just using the loc. Without using the iloc, just you are using the loc. After the loc, you are writing all the rows. What is the name you have written here? Age. Same. df.loc. All the rows Now, what are the columns you want? Age and gender, two columns now. Provide the list. What is the first one? Age. What is the second one? Gender. Provide the list like this. First one is age, second one is gender. Here you have written the index number, name. Here you are writing two index numbers. Here you are writing the two names. What is the third option? df of, without discussing anything, directly age. So now here, are you going to write a single column name or multiple column names? Multiple columns. Obviously, you have to take the list. See, literally what you are writing this one, this will go here. Here, whatever you are writing, that will go here. That is nothing but I am writing the list of age and gender. Instead of single, I am writing the list. This is the third option. What is the fourth option? You have discussed here. What is the fourth option? Double bracket of age. What is the difference means? It is 1D. This is 2D. Here by default, it is 2D. 1D is not possible now. Two columns are there means automatically 2D only. This possibility is not there. Is the points are clear? In the both the cases, what is the common? All the rows. Now, out of these many options, which option is easy? To select a single column, go with this. To select a multiple columns, go with this. No need to discuss above below. This is the easy one. Sir, this is the easy one. You also know, no, sir. Why you have explained all these things for us then? Who will write the certification? In the certification, if they give this one, what you will do? Right? Obviously, we have to learn the other options also. But while practicing, we'll practice whichever we feel comfortable. In the real time, we'll use that one. Points are clear? Everyone? Now, I'm writing the first one, df.iloc, whatever I have explained for you. All the rows, columns are list of 0, 2. So, age and gender is selected. What is the second option? df.loc. Here you have to write. First one is age. Second one you have to write gender. This is also done. How to extract? Next, what is the third option? Simply df of. In this case, just you no need to write even loc also. This one also nothing. Okay. And just you have to write only this part. Everything will give the same answer. These are the multiple options which we are having. Different options. When you want to go with the all the rows with the selected columns. Now, for example, let me show you one more data set here. This is the data. Okay, multiple columns are there, multiple rows are there. Now I want all the rows, but columns are married, gender, married, and credit history. These are the three columns I want. What I have to do? df of, assume if it is stored in the df variable, list of gender, married, and credit history. What are the three column names you want? You are going to select that three column names. Simple. I want only one column name called as loan status. The column name is called as loan status. Only one column name. df of loan status. Directly write the loan status because it is only one, no need of list. When you are having the multiple, only list is required internal. When you are having the single one, just write the single column name. Point is clear, everyone? So automatically it will select the all the rows. In this case, all the rows. In this case also, all the rows will be selected. Sir, I want to select a particular rows. Then automatically you have to go with the iloc. Yes. It will not give the column name. That is series now. 1D. 1D you will not get the column name. Values only it is getting extracted. We are trying to extract the values. Point is clear, everyone? Now earlier one student has asked the question. What is the question is? Whoever the student, Sheikh Zubair. Is your question is clear? When you have the 25-30 columns, how to extract the selected columns? Point is clear, guys? Now, this is my data frame. What are the data frame is that? This is my data frame. In my data frame, okay, I want to extract the rows, selected rows. Now you want to select the rows means 100% you are having only two options. What are the two options? Either you have to use iloc or you have to use the loc. Out of these two only you have to select. There is no other option. Rows you want to select means 100% you have to use this one only. Point is clear. One more time. I am writing in the notepad clearly. First, I want to have the selected row or rows. Row or rows. I want to select the selected row or selected rows. In that case, with all columns. With all columns. In this case, what are the options? One is df.iloc. Inside that, you have to write the either row number. If single number means single number. Otherwise, you have to write the list of multiple numbers. Multiple row numbers. Write the multiple row numbers. How to write the multiple row numbers means you have to take the list of row numbers. Okay. So instead of confusing you, I will write like this. Selected row, only one row with all the columns. One row with all the columns. Then what you have to write here? Row number. Row number. When you want the selected rows with all the columns, in that case, what you have to write? List of row numbers. Either list of row numbers or you have to write with respect to slicing. Slicing of row numbers. What are the row number slicing is there? That one. Selected rows with all the columns. Okay. Just one more time, one simple example. Try to load this data. Now tell me guys, I want to load this data. How to load this data? First, I have to copy the path. Wherever this data is available, copy the path. How to load here? In the pandas pd dot, whether it is CSV or Excel, how to know? How to know whether it is a CSV file or Excel file? Either you click on the properties or simply click see here. Can you see? Comma separated values. Now it is a CSV file or Excel file. It is a CSV file. Now what is the function I have to use here? Read CSV or read Excel? Read CSV. And inside that I'm writing the path. And after writing the path, what is the file name? What is the file name? Load data is the file name. Loan data. And along with the loan data, what is the extension? .csv. To execute this one, what we have to write in the starting? R. The entire data was loaded. Okay, df. Let's give the name as df. This is the now entire data. Okay, it consists of total 614 records. How many records? 614. But how many records are visible to you? First 5 records, last 5 records. In between, all the records are not visible. Remaining records are not visible. Now what we have to do to see the other records means td dot set underscore options. In that we have to write the display dot max underscore rows comma none. Means I want all the max. Now automatically all the rows will be visible. Every row will be visible. I want all the rows to visible means pd dot set underscore option display the maximum rows. How many rows you have to display means none. None means all the rows. For example, if I write here 50, some number 50, how many rows it will be showing means 50 records only it will show. First to 25 records last 25 records. Is the point is clear? Now when I write here none, every record will be visible. How many records are there? Every record will be visible. Done? Everyone. Now first this is the data, right? Now you are having the data. Think the question, what you want to extract. First you think in the main, what is the question you want? Sir, selected rows are, selected columns are, selected rows with selected columns are, a combination of both of them. Either selected rows means all the columns. Selected columns means all the rows. Selected rows and selected columns means that is different. Total 3 options are there. What is the first option? Selected rows with all the columns. Selected rows, multiple rows with all the columns. Either row or rows with all the columns. What is the next one? Selected columns with all the rows. Selected column with all the rows. Right? Now, selected columns with all the rows. Next, you are having the last one called as selected columns with selected rows. Now, first what you want, best decide the question first. Later we'll write the answer. For one question, again in that multiple options are also available. Point is clear? Now, my requirement is first I'll start with the selected row with all the columns. First I'll start with this. Okay, selected row with all the columns. What are the options are there? Option number 1. Selected row with all the columns. Option number 1. df.iloc of row number. Now tell me in this which row number you want. Some number. You choose what are the number you are interested. 80? Sorry, number 18. Sorry, I didn't understood. 8. Only 8. Ten. Sorry guys, I'm not able to understand. Fine, what are the number? Okay, so here for example I want to extract the 10 index, this row. What of this row is there? This one. What is the index number here? 10. So what I have to write here? Option number 1, df.iloc. What do you have to write? Only 10. Simply write 10. No need to write anything. Just write 10. Automatically that particular row will be selected. In that row, what are the details are there? That row details you will get. Completed? Which are the row you are interested? Select that one. Right? Now, that is the index number. Similarly, second option is for this same thing. What is the second option? Means write the iloc of the row name. Name. Now write the name. Don't write the number, write the name. Now, what is the name of this same row? Can you tell me what is the name? Here it is 10. What is this one? Name and number. Basically, it is the name. Whatever it is displaying, it is basically name. By default, name and number both are same. By default, both are same. Now, here, what are the, it is displaying here for the last record. What is the number? 613. It is the name or number? It is the name. It is name. Name only will be displayed. Okay. Sir, index number also by default both are same. Or second option, what is the last index number we can select? Negative indexing. Tell me negative indexing. -1. So see here, I'm writing the first positive indexing 613. What is the record number? LP002990. Positive index number. Negative index number, I want the same answer. Means what is the negative index number I have to write? -1. -1 is displayed for you. Now, sir, next option is I want to use the iloc. Now, when you are using the iloc, instead of iloc only loc, what you have to write inside that? Name. What is the name? 613. You will get the same output. Now, if you write here -1, is there any name with -1? Now it is going to throw the error. For iloc it has worked. For loc it is not working. Why? Because iloc will have the both positive index number and negative index number. Loc will have only one name. Point is clear now? Everyone? These are the two options. Completed. Selected rows with all the columns concept is completed. Now selected rows, multiple rows. I want the multiple rows. Now I want the multiple rows means what I have to go? df.iloc of, after df.iloc, choose the list of numbers. List of numbers. Not single number, here list of numbers. For example, I want the 600, 603. These are the two things I want. What I have to write? df.iloc bracket list of 600, 603. What are the numbers you want? That index numbers you are writing. Now 2 rows will be extracted. 3 rows means 3 rows. 4 rows means 4 rows. 5 rows means 5 rows. What are the rows you want? You write. Now while writing the loc also same. Loc and iloc, you can write the same. Is the point is clear? Now you might get a question. Sir, both are same only now, sir. Then what is the difference then? Means you have to see the difference means give a different index name. Now, for example, we have created here one data frame. Now, this is the data frame we created. Okay. Now for this data frame, we are writing the index. Let us write the index is equal to A, B, C. Now, for this data frame, what is the data frame name is A. A.iloc. Now I want the row index of first row, this row, along with this row. Now what are the rows I have to write? What is the row numbers? 0, 2. Because I am using I means index numbers. When you are using the loc, then in that case, what you have to write? If you write the same thing now, 0, 2, it will throw the error now. Here names are, what is the names? What is the names? First name is list of, you have to take the list of A, C. You have to write the names like this. Now this, in this case, names and index numbers are same? No. Point is clear now? So when you are trying to load the data, by default, you are going to get the names and index numbers same by default. Clear? What is the difference between loc and iloc is clear? That is the one of the most important interview question. Completed? Now, after this, how to select the list of numbers? What is the second option? If you are using loc, what you have to write? List of row. Instead of row index numbers, what you have to write? Row names. Instead of writing the row index numbers, we have to write the row name. And already I have discussed with the columns, already completed. And columns with the selected rows, you are going to write both of them. In the iloc, you have to write both of them. In between comma, you have to take, before to that row index numbers, after the comma, column index numbers. Everything is clear now? Indexing in the pandas. Any questions? So please practice with all the options and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class from here. Done. If you are having any questions, you can ask. If no questions, yeah. If you are having any questions, please ask. What are the questions you are having? I'm going to have Ishwar Satish. I'm going to upload the notes. Krishna Sai Reddy. Just you can check your mail. Sorry, not mail. You can check in terms of this your Google Drive after few minutes. So it will be available. Govardhan, can we change the CSV file to Excel file again? Yes, click on the save as, and while saving, you have to select the Excel file. Even that is also possible. Done.